Welcome to Lesson 10. We're going to talk about key signatures and tuning to E flat and accidentals and all that kind of thing this time. So first of all, we're going to go over the key signatures. In the key of C, there are no sharps or flats, so it just goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's all there is to it in the key of C major. Okay, the first sharp is always F. Now, if you have a harpsichole that does not have levers on it, you can actually take your tuning wrench and tune your F to an F sharp, all of your Fs to an F sharp if you're in the key of G. You don't have to do that right now for this exercise. You can just listen and absorb it into your brain. Okay, so in the key of G, you have an F sharp. So if you see this in the key signature, which is the second thing you look at. First of all, you look at the times signature, and it's 4/4, and then you look at the key signature to see if you have any sharps or flats, and see what key the song is in. This, when it has one sharp, it's in the key of G major. So you're going to raise your F levers. You'd raise all your F levers for the key of G major. Now if you have a sharpsichole, this will work for you. So you start on G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So you need to have that F sharp in there for the key of G. Let's look at this next page. And it is the key of D major. Now we have our F sharp. The next sharp that they add is C. It always goes in this order, F and C. So we already have our F levers up, so we're going to raise our C levers up now. Okay, this is the key of D major. It has an F sharp and a C sharp. Okay, the next one has the F sharp, the C sharp, and it adds a G sharp. And this is the key of A major. So we have our F sharps and C sharps up. We're going to raise our G sharps. Raise our G levers up. So we'll have G sharp. Then we'll play this. It's the key of A major. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. The key of A major. The next key has 4 sharps. Now if you're playing in 4 sharps on the piano, it is not a very happy experience. But with a lever harp, when you play 4 sharps, it's just a matter of raising your levers and then you're there. So it's just like playing with no sharps. So we have our F sharp, our C sharp, our G sharp that we added next time, and now we're adding a D sharp. So we raise all of our D's up. I didn't raise those last 2 down here. Okay, we raise all of our D's up. Now we are in the key of E major. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. That is the key of E major. Well, if you look at my harp, all the levers are up. That's because I have my harp tuned to E flat. And I will show you how to do that right now. Tuning to E flat. Okay, let me put my sharps all back down. C, D, F, and G. C, D, F, and G, C, D, G, G. Matter of fact, I'm going to put them all down. Okay, this is, your harp would be tuned to C. All of your levers are down and you play your chord and it's a perfect C chord. I'm not going to play it because my harp's not tuned that way and it wouldn't sound right. Okay, to play with 1 flat, you need B levers on your harp. Now, you don't have to have B levers. If you play with 1 flat, you can always tune your levers down to a B flat. Okay? Now, I'm going to put my B's up because this is the way you do this. you put your B's all up because you don't usually need B as a sharp. So you can leave your B's up, okay? So put all the B levers up. If you have a flat sickle, you have C, F, and B on it, so raise those B levers up. If you have full levers, just raise the B's. And then tune to a natural. Just tune it like you would with a B natural. And you can leave those levers up all the time unless you're going to be playing a song with a B flat. That's called tuning to the key of F. Because in the key of F, you have a B flat. So if you have a song that has one flat, it's always going to be B. That is the flat that comes first in the key signature of flats. And it's going to be F major. Okay, now I'm not going to play that one because again my harp's not tuned that way. So then you can leave your harp tuned that way because you're not going to need B as a sharp. Again, if you need to have two flats, the second one is always E, E flat. And this is called the B flat major key. Now, as with B, you don't need A as or E as a sharp either. E sharp is the same as F, and you hardly ever use E as a sharp. So you can do the same thing with your E's that you did with your B's. Put them all up and just tune to naturals. Just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, just like you normally would. Just tune it, leave it that way all the time, except when you need to play in a key with two flats. So now you can play one flat, you can put your B down, and you'll have B flat. Up would be B natural because you tuned it that way. Down would be B flat. Same thing with the E. Up is E natural. If you put all your E's down, you have E flats. So now you can play songs with two flats. Otherwise, your levers will be up all the time. That's called tuning to the key of B flat because you're ready and equipped to play songs in either F or B flat without retuning your harp. Okay? There's one more step to this, and that would be tuning to E flat. Okay, and this is what my harp's tuned in. As with the B's and the E's, you don't use A as a sharp very much, and hardly ever in lever harp music because it's designed that way. So you can do the same thing with the A's. Put all your A's up. Now you have your B's, your E's, and your A's up. Tune them all. Well, you just have to tune A because you already did the B's and the E's as naturals. So when those three levers are up all over your harp, the B's, the E's, and the A's, and all the rest are down, your harp will be in the key of C because you've tuned it that way. Now you can play with one flat, two flats, or three flats depending on the key of your song, and you still have F sharps, C sharps, G sharps, and D sharps. So you can play songs with up to 4 sharps and up to 3 flats without doing any retuning of your harp. For the Beauty of the Earth is a beautiful old hymn that is known in several religions. In this hymn, I've used chords in the right hand and the third chords, the 2-note chords, or the kind that twist, in the left hand during part of the song. And then I've switched to single notes for the left hand just to give it a little bit of variety. I don't think there's anything new other than playing in the key of F in this song. Also, when you're playing in a different key, or any key, usually if you're in the major of that key, like this is in F major, you'll notice that the song starts on an F chord and ends on an F chord. There are certain sequences of chords that you use in different keys, but that is a big clue as to what key you're in if you don't know your keys. So starting on F, ending on F, and there'll be of course a lot of F's throughout the song. Practice it and then we'll play it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, play. Snowflakes is another song in 6/8 time, and it's one that is in my new book called Quiet Moments. It's a book of therapeutic harp music that I just finished a few months back, and it has songs that are written in several different modes that you play for bedside playing, people in nursing homes, and it has several songs in it that I did compose myself. Okay, this one has a first and a second ending, which means you play the song through, play the first ending, go back to the beginning, play the song through. When you get down to the first ending, skip it, go to the second ending, and that's the end of the song. There really isn't anything new in here except it's in the key of G major. So now you need to put your B levers back up or retune those B's to a B natural and engage your F levers. Or if you don't have any levers, tune those F notes up to an F sharp. Then you'll be in the key of G major. So go ahead and get that all done. Practice this song several times and then we'll play it together. We're ready to play Crystal Snowflakes in G major. So you either have your F's raised or you have your tuning pegs tuned to an F sharp. Also, this song is played up an octave in both hands. So you're going to be starting in the D above middle D and here with your left hand also. And remember, it has a first ending and a second ending. So you'll be playing it through twice. Okay, I'm going to give you a 6 count and then a count to 4 and then ready, play. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, play. If you'll notice in that last song, Crystal Snowflakes, that song, although it's in G major, did not end and start on a G chord. That's because I played that song in the Mixolydian mode, which starts on the 5th degree of the chord, which if the chord is G and the key is G minor, then the 5th degree would be D. So it starts on a D chord and ends on a D chord. And it sounds a little different. The modal music is not what we're accustomed to, but it's very comforting for the ill, and it helps depression, and it helps relieve stress and pain. We're going to learn next Canon Jr. in D major. It's written by Pachelbel, at least the original is written by Pachelbel, Canon in D. Well, these are excerpts from it, so it's Canon Jr. It's still in D major, and it'll be enough so that you get the flavor of the song, and it's the same repetition of the same chord structure throughout the entire song. Played at many, many, many weddings. Okay, now you already have your F's up from the Crystal Snowflakes song, so all you need to do is put your C levers up if you have C levers, and if you don't have C levers, tune those C strings up to C sharp with your tuning wrench. Okay, this has several pages to it, so we're going to go through it one page at a time. It's built on arpeggios and chords, as are most songs, and they go in rows of arpeggios most of the time, but you can't count on that. So be ready for a full chord in there or a little bit of a inversion of a chord that you're not expecting sometimes. It starts out, most of you know Canon, so I'm not going to take too much time going through it here. It has some 16th notes in it, and that fast part in the middle, da 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 da, yeah, that part. So be careful when you get to there. I'll try to go slowly because the beginning is slower, so everybody tends to go fast at the beginning. Then when they get to the fast part, it's too fast for them to play it. So we'll try to go slowly from the beginning, so when we get to the faster part, we won't have a problem. Continues on, and it's only 3 pages, so that's not too bad, but practice it and then we'll play it together. Are you ready to play Canon? I'm going to count to 4 and then 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, play. Very good. Now we're going to talk about accidentals. Accidentals are notes that are put into a piece that are not in the key signature. In this case, this line is in the key of C, and I've put an F sharp right here. So in order for you to see that ahead of time to raise your lever, it's put into the margin, the little F sharp there, and then after it's played, an F natural, denoting that it's okay to lower your lever. Now when you raise your lever, you have to be careful that you don't raise it while this note is still vibrating or ringing, because it will sound distorted. Same thing when you're putting it down. You have to wait until the note is done vibrating. Maybe play another couple of notes before you raise it or lower it. So this is not the exact spot to do it. It's just somewhere in this area after this F and obviously before you get to the F sharp. You don't want to wait too long, but you want to wait long enough. So you'll find a spot. And usually you practice a song a few times and then you know which spot is best for you to raise or lower your levers. So that is our F sharp. In this case, we're going to have a different key, so we're not going to worry about that one just yet. Let's try our F sharp. Also, your left hand raises it when it's not got too many notes to play. So I didn't put too many in any spot on this piece, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. 1, 2, ready, play. The second line is in the key of G major. It has your F's raised already, and over here on the third measure you're going to need an F natural. So after you play this F, it's safe for you to lower that to an F natural and then raise it back up. Then on the third line you're in the key of F major. So you'll be doing the same thing on this line. Notice I haven't given your left hand too much to play, so it should have plenty of time to raise and lower those levers. Over here on this page, I've just picked mixed notes to stick in there as sharps and naturals so that you can have practice raising and lowering them on your own. So you can print these out and practice these until you feel comfortable with the concept of accidentals. Our last song in Lesson 10 is Abide With Me. It's a popular old hymn, and it's in the key of G major, which means that you need to raise your F levers or tune your F's up to an F sharp. It also has an accidental in it, so we can practice that within a song. Here on the second line, you're going to raise your C up to a C sharp, not middle C, this next C up, this C right there. Raise it to a C sharp, and then you'll be lowering it in time to play these C's over here. Again on the third page, you're going to raise that same C and lower it. Other than that, I don't think there's anything new in this piece. It's 3 pages long, starts on the first count of 4. So go ahead and practice that, and then we'll play it. Let's play Abide With Me together. I'll give us a 4 count and then a 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, play. Excellent. Well, that's it for Lesson 10. We'll see you next time. Happy harping!